Welcome back to HNN Overtime, the Hawaii News Now sports podcast. We are back in the HNN Digital Center.
Kyle, we're back at it. We're back at it.
Back.
After what seems to have been like a month off, I think.
Been off for a little bit.
Something like that.
Yeah, we're back. Final episode of 2022.
Oh my God, can you believe it?
And of course, we have to bring in the entire.
We're finally here. It's
the entire
2022
gang.
coming to a close.
I know. If you're watching this on video, I am stuck in the middle again. that just means our very own Sienna Pilliton is in the house.
Thanks for having me.
I know.
Of course.
Last
End off
podcast.
2022 with Sienna. Let's go.
Have to. Sports, big year for sports.
Big year.
An exciting time, an exciting year, a busy year for all of us, which is, we talked about this last time, kind of the main reasons we've both been kind of off the last couple months on episodes, but we're back and we have to talk about some of the biggest events, biggest sports moments of this year.
Yeah, that's right, Kyle.
Had to bring Sienna along for it. Yep.
Yeah.
Top highlights, guys. Lots of sports going on this year. Top highlights. Kyle, kick us off.
Let's get right into it. Actually, it's sidebar. As far as a highlight, I want to just say congratulations
Oh my God.
to my very own co-host and David. He just proposed to his girlfriend, just got engaged.
Thank you.
He's doing life.
Thank you.
He's winning
We're
the
so
big
happy.
game, which is life. So we just want to say congratulations.
It was, I just had to go for it, guys.
Hey.
I had
I'm
my
glad
shot.
you did.
Just had to go for it. It was in California. It was really great.
Did it in front of the Griffith
Observatory.
That's what it is.
Yeah, good view. We had LA in the background.
Guys, take notes. That's what you call romance.
Don't. Oh my God. Yeah. Okay. So, that was a big highlight.
That was.
So,
Congratulations again.
Thank you very much,
We
guys.
love you
Thank you
guys.
very much.
We love you guys. You guys are the best. So let's get back to sports. This is in no particular order because they're all so awesome.
Yeah.
Let's just start off right off the bat with our boys in the powder blue and yellow,
Okay.
the Honolulu Little Leaguers winning the Little League World Series back a couple months back. That's what I'm going to start off with. These boys were on a tear all tournament, all throughout the regionals into the World Series over in Williamsport. And what I feel like some people might have forgot, but I'm sure they didn't forget the feeling. They were just on a tear, and the celebration parade was just awesome just to see their faces. They were celebrities, right?
Yeah.
They got treated like, I don't know,
I mean, they had a whole parade for them, which they deserve. But they were treated like celebrities.
oh yeah, it was so much fun to watch.
Awesome.
You and I were at the airport when they got back. We saw the fanfare for that, so it was just a fun experience, and it's one of these experiences that these kids will remember, I think, for a lifetime, which
For the rest of their life. Yeah.
Exactly.
For sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like they might go out. I know a lot of them are private school boys, a lot of Kamehameha, and things like that, and then mid-pack and all that. But even if they end up winning a state championship, I feel like this 2022 Little League World Series,
Something
this
special.
Yeah, you're
this is the special one.
representing the whole state, and that's something that not a lot of other kids can do at that age, at 12, 13 years old, which is something they're going to take with them
Oh,
forever, I
absolutely.
think.
And that was one of my highlights too. And I remember that personally. I mean, we were at that parade.
Yep.
It was hot out. I remember I was on the truck in front of the guys. I was strapped in. They put harnesses on all the photographers. I was strapped in, guys. He
was ready.
I was shooting everything. But it was just so exciting to see everyone come out. I mean, they're representing the state, and the state came there for them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Everyone was lined up on the sides.
came
It was
out.
such a cool moment for them.
I can't wait till in a couple years when they're in high school and I'm covering them at like
Right.
the state tournament.
Yeah,
It's just
I
gonna
wanna
be
see
like
where they go.
exactly. Hey, remember me when I talked to you guys in Williamsport for the
Yeah.
Little League, and you guys didn't know how to talk on camera?
I know, and who knows? Maybe they'll stay home, play for Rich Hill one day.
Rich Hill, shout out Rich
Wow.
Hill.
Maybe.
Okay.
Oh my God, yeah. So that was my first pick.
Okay.
In just a bunch of different moments. So without further ado, we will go
it's
to
my turn.
It's your
our
turn.
very special guest host. She filled in when Dave was on vacation, and she
did.
comes in when she can. Sienna,
Practically the other sports reporter. I mean,
Basically.
let's just get the title already.
HNN
right?
sports team.
Wow,
Yes.
sports
What you got,
team.
Sienna?
So I came in kind of halfway through the year because I kind of got hired here in June. So that's about halfway through. Now, I wasn't actually here when this happened, but I kind of got to see it play out throughout the season. But Timmy Chang coming home, I mean,
Timmy.
that I think was the highlight of my year. Just him coming home, a local boy, Hawaii quarterback, when we needed that the most. We needed that kind of glue of the team. We needed a leader. We needed someone to get the local boys to stay and stay home and to recruit from the mainland and give them a reason to leave their homes and come to the middle of the Pacific Ocean and play for this team called Hawaii. And he did it. I mean, you know, the season, it is what it is. It's his first time being a head coach. But I think if we're going like sports moments of the year, just finding out that he took that job at Hawaii, that was amazing, I think.
Side note, I think also too, just we talk about him bringing in a family aspect. That preseason camp ran
so
by
fun.
his wife Sherry.
Yeah, that was
the sisterhood
awesome.
social was
So fun.
really
That
fun.
was so good.
So
Sherry and
fun.
them, they're the best.
Yeah, they're just the whole coaching staff is great. They involve their kids and their wives, and it's just an awesome environment. I think that we needed it the most this year.
Absolutely.
I completely agree with you guys, and that was like one of the highlights too. I think we were all really hopeful when Timmy came in. We're like, oh, this is a new team.
Yeah.
You know, let's see what they can do. And sure, we've talked about it before that, yeah, there's going to be some struggles about it. And we saw that. There were a lot of struggles, but the one thing that you and I kept talking about throughout the entire season was the growth of the team.
Right.
Yeah.
At the beginning, especially with Shager, we were seeing a lot of turnovers, a lot of interceptions. Then throughout the season, you start seeing that go away. You start seeing them limit those turnovers, seeing progressively, you know, getting better. And it gives that kind of progression kind of gives a lot of hope, right, for next season.
Absolutely. And, you know, I think a lot of people were expecting like just a complete 180, but it was always we always knew it was gonna be like that gradual build.
Yes.
And you know, in the case of Shager, a lot of people forget he's only a sophomore.
Right.
He's only
Yeah.
played 1 year of collegiate football, and he only had 2 or 3 starts or games with meaningful minutes, right? So this was really his true coming out party and his true taste of college football. So I think, you know, the sky is the limit for this team. We'll get into that later in the show, but yeah, I do agree. Timmy Chang was a big
think
one.
that's
That was a great moment.
Yeah.
Davis?
All right, so going around the circle again, we're going to keep up with the UH football kind of highlights. One thing I just wanted to highlight was the UH running game. Okay, so, you know, throughout the entire year, we had struggles, you know, passing the ball. But throughout that whole time, Parsons and Hines were absolutely killing it, right?
Yeah.
Just looking at some stats that I wrote
Stat
down.
guy.
Big stat guy. Big stat guy.
Pitner's
Big stat
printout,
guy.
let's get it.
Big stat guy. Okay, so obviously Parsons Hines killed it this year. In total, this is combined rushing and receiving for the running backs. Parsons 1,001 yards, 12 touchdowns. Hines in total 716 yards and 2 touchdowns. Parsons, though, I just want to highlight a little bit. So ESPN released their top 100 running backs amongst all conferences. So this is everything, right?
Okay.
Parsons came in at 68, which, you know, might not be... 68 might be a little far away, right? But we're talking about all conferences.
Right.
And it just goes to show how Parsons really led this team when everything else was kind of a little shaky. Shager's still trying to figure it out. Parsons was there to lead the way, right? And he had some big rushes. He had a lot of exciting moments this year.
Right, and I think, you know, he just had an outstanding senior year, and you know, him and Hines both all Mountain West players at the end of the year, and like you just mentioned, his stat line in the ESPN list. But you know, with the departure of Parsons, that running game is not going to change because you got Hines, you have Johnson, you have couple other guys that are still in that running back room. Like, they got a bunch of running backs.
do.
I remember in camp they had about 5 or 6 guys.
Yeah.
Couple of them out for injury, but then, you know, once they kind of settled on the main 3, which was Parson, Hines, and Mojo, Bryant Lele, like that's just the stable, and they're just gonna keep rotating. So I think that run game should be in good hands. Offensive line wise, we do lose Elle Manning, Micah Vanterpool, Austin Hopp, but we still have, Iliki Tanuvasa. You got some young local boys that are going to be playing for that tackle spot. We got some good guys in recruiting. Got Sergio Muasau, the guard, coming back. We got these pieces. So the run game, I think that should be another thing to be looking forward to.
Nice. Yeah. That's just something. And, Parsons did such a great job for us this year. Just wanted to give him a shout out. He really led the way. He was exciting. It was exciting to watch. Yeah, we're gonna really miss him.
Oh
yeah. So one of my highlights, Kylie. Let's go back to you.
Back around.
We're going back around the circle. Back around the circle.
We're gonna switch sports here. We're gonna head to the diamond.
Oh.
And we're going to
this was coming.
head to the heart. We're gonna head to the heartlands. We're gonna head to the heartlands of Norman, Oklahoma, for our girl. For our home run queen, Jocelyn Allo, back here at home in I believe it was the Rainbow Wahine Showdown or Classic or something over at UH. She was playing in the stadium where she won a couple state titles with Campbell. Hits home run number 96, which became the all-time career home run record in NCAA softball history. I was there. I can't believe it. Like, it got to the point because I was kind of on home run watch that tournament.
Yeah.
So I really just kind of sat through a couple games, and it was kind of tough because a lot of teams were intentionally walking her to where she wouldn't get a chance to hit.
Yeah.
And there was one time in the game previous, I can't remember the team, that walked her right on literally her last at bat of this game because she literally just needed the one. Oh, and the crowd went
I bet
wild. They did not like that.
Bet.
It was so many boos in that stadium. But next game in the doubleheader, Oklahoma played Hawaii, and to Hawaii's credit, to Coach Bob Coolin and his pitching staff's credit, he told us in that week, we're not gonna walk her.
Yeah.
We're gonna see what she got.
Yeah.
And
she did it.
Hit it, boom. Hit the fence, and the place erupted.
I bet.
It was just an awesome moment playing against Hawaii, a team she grew up watching in Hawaii, her home state. It's just like the sports gods have a way of, pulling on some strings to make things super cool and happen.
Yeah.
That was like the perfect storm of like just perfect timing, perfect team. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, what are the odds that she's in Hawaii, gets to play against Hawaii when all of this went down?
Exactly.
It's crazy. It
was
lined
unreal.
up. The stars lined up for some reason. But, I love Jocelyn.
Yeah.
She's one of
She was
Hawaii's
awesome.
favorites.
Yeah.
For sure.
I remember when she was getting close to the record, and she had a couple tournaments before the one here, and I was just kind of seeing how her stat line was ending up, and then it was just like, it's getting close, and then there's literally, she just needed one, and it was coming home. Just so happens.
Wow.
Right. But that was my second one, again, in no particular order. Sienna, back around the circle.
Okay, so I'm going to switch sports again.
There we go.
Whoa, what is going on?
I'm keeping it with the girls, the ladies.
Okay, all right.
The ladies.
Amy Atwell.
Oh,
She's one of my favorite people, and I've never met her. I know you interact with her a lot.
She's
I've
the
heard
best.
great things about her as a person. But on the court, oh my God, she's amazing. I love watching her play. She's so electric, and she just has an energy about her. And she got drafted. I wasn't in Vegas to watch her, and the Wahine win the tournament. But I wish I was.
Yeah.
But I've heard great things about her, and just to have a UH athlete and she gets drafted by the WNBA, that's huge.
Right.
Oh, it's crazy.
And, she played some solid minutes in the WNBA, and now she's back home in Australia playing in their professional league. So she's still killing it. I will say the current Rainbow Wahine team, you can definitely tell this is the. I remember, I think one of the radio people who calls it was saying this is the post Amy Atwell era.
It is.
Because it is a completely different team.
Yeah.
The way other teams attack the Wahine now without Atwell on the floor.
Yeah.
So you can just tell just the impact that she had when she was in the green and white.
Yeah, she had an impact on and off the floor. You could definitely see, like, now not only are they missing her talent, but they're missing that glue and they're missing that leader that she was. And just to see someone like from Australia rep Hawaii so hard, it's so awesome.
Right.
I want her to come back one day, maybe be on the podcast.
Maybe. We've tried. We tried.
We did try.
But just the timing didn't work
that'd
out.
be awesome.
Yeah.
That would've been great.
Hopefully sometime in the future.
Hopefully.
No, she brought that next level to
I
that
know.
team.
She did.
And,
I mean, we still follow each other on Instagram. So if you see this episode,
Wow.
calling you out, get on the show.
Amy,
Please.
we need some celebrities.
Yeah, we need some celebrities.
All right. I'm going to continue on with meeting celebrities.
Here we go.
Sports celebrities.
Here we go.
Kyle might know what I'm talking about.
I don't know.
We're talking about the GOAT who came to Hawaii, Jerry Rice.
Oh, that's
I remember
right.
that
You
day.
met
Yep.
our,
Jerry
you
Rice.
met the one and only.
Yep. Went to a youth camp here that Jerry Rice was helping put on. And was able to interview him, actually talk to him about, his time against the Chargers, a little Super Bowl run.
Yeah.
And that was the coolest thing ever. It's
I bet.
one thing to look on YouTube and look at Jerry Rice interviews and highlights and everything. And then it's a whole other to be talking to him face to face. He was literally wearing a hat that said GOAT on it.
I mean,
I'm like,
Where's the lie?
Yeah.
where's you
He's
can't,
not lying.
I know he's not lying. No,
that.
sorry. It's not exactly, a big sports highlight. It's,
that's cool.
It's
No,
a
that's
celebrity.
amazing.
It was,
That's
it was just a big highlight for me. I mean, you got the GOAT in Hawaii.
The
No,
GOAT.
that's
goat.
I've
awesome.
heard great things about him. Like, obviously, his talent
Yeah.
speaks for itself, but I've heard he's just like a cool guy. And
Right.
He really interacts
Yeah.
with people, and I would love to meet him one day.
Oh, he
I'm
was
so
the
jealous.
nicest. He was the
That-
nicest guy
I'm
throughout
so
throughout that
jealous.
camp. We were filming and
Yeah.
everything, and he was like looking at the camera. He was pointing to the camera, giving shout outs. He's like, "How's it going? Is this good?" Like,
That's
I'm like,
hilarious.
"Oh,
I
Jerry,
know.
go."
Jealous.
I was literally like,
I
"Jerry,
know.
go up for a pass," and he's like, "All right." So-
Wow.
and they threw him the ball, and I mean,
Jerry
of
down
course
there
he's gonna
somewhere.
catch it. Yeah.
I just heard that. No, that picture you sent to me, just really
Yeah.
legendary. Side note, too, that was also the same day I got to interview The Rock
I was
for the
gonna
XFL.
say, Yeah.
That was, what a weird day, Saturday that was for us, huh?
That was a weird, crazy Saturday.
Because it was just kind of busy, but Davis went out to Kapolei for his camp with Jerry Rice, and I was at McKinley for the XFL showcase.
you
and
got a little selfie with the Rock.
I did.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Wow.
I didn't want to be that guy. I was like, excuse me, Mr. Rock, sir, can I please get a picture with you?
Be that
Because a
guy.
lot of people are doing
Who
that.
can say that?
So I was just like, let me just grab a little quick selfie, and then I just was on my way. But that was
That's
really
memorable.
cool.
That's
yeah, that was
awesome.
definitely memorable.
That was
that
cool.
was the XFL, right?
Yeah, the XFL.
Yep.
So
Yep.
cool.
Is it back to me?
It's back to you.
Back to me.
Back
All right.
around.
Back around. So let's just get in here. We're gonna go shifting sports once more.
Wow.
We are going to hit
Didn't expect
the
that.
Terraflex. I don't know if you guys understand. I know you know what that
Yeah.
is. She
Maybe
knows what
explain
that
it.
is.
Explain it.
Terraflex. It's not exactly hardwood, but it is a surface to play volleyball on. So
Okay.
it's gonna hit Terraflex. We're gonna go back to back for our back-to-back national champions, the Rainbow Warriors men's
Yep.
volleyball team, going up to LA, tearing up the tournament. We were there in person to witness it,
Yep.
and coming back home with another national title. That was just one of those things where when you're in it, you don't really think about it, but then when you leave, it was just a crazy experience to be a part of. It was a fun ride with you and I in the Airbnb, working around the clock.
Working around the clock.
Live shots.
Live shots.
Non-stop live shots.
Just
morning, night.
Morning,
yeah.
night, running around that campus, that big camp, watching
Yep.
the robots deliver food.
That was crazy.
That was fun.
We mixed it up too because we were kind of getting tired of that campus
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah.
So we're like, all right, let's go to the Hollywood sign.
David
Oh,
showed
that's fun.
David
They're like-
showed me his secret spot for the
secret
Hollywood
spot
sign.
for the Hollywood. Only LA people know where it is.
Oh, I'm
it's
sorry.
a it's a
And then,
little
and,
secret
then,
spot.
and then, secret little spot, and then he proposed to me.
Whoa.
Wait a minute.
That's that was Plan B, right? If you guys
It
can
was.
get the
I think it was Plan B.
right,
Yeah.
if you guys
You
can
had a
get to the
plan.
Griffith,
Yep.
then you go to the Hollywood
Yep, then we
sign.
go to the Hollywood
Makes
sign.
sense. Makes sense.
Hey, Davis
Okay.
is always 3 plays ahead.
LA boys.
You know, that's what I'm saying, dude.
If he had to call the audible, he was ready. He was ready to call it at the line. But yeah, so being there in the Poly Pavilion over at UCLA's campus, watching pretty much the entire tournament, because I don't know if you remember this, the way it went, it was a sweep, and then Ball State that was a nerve that got us a little nervous. That was 5 sets, and then again obviously Long Beach. What was it? The Long Beach Hawaii relationship is like
that
toxic relationship that they want to be away, but they just can't
always come back together.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it was just an epic night, an epic week. And they had the celebration when they came back, the parade and all that. So it's just really cool. It was really cool to be a part of, and I can't knock on wood. Hopefully we're in Fairfax, Virginia. Come May for
back to back
three-peat.
That'd be crazy.
That would be crazy.
And a lot of their guys are coming back.
Yeah,
so.
no, it could definitely happen. We don't want to jinx it, but this team is good.
Mm-hmm.
They're really good.
They're good.
Okay, so mine just happened. Like when I say just happened, I mean like
real fresh.
Yeah, a week ago. So I think this one was huge for the state, but this was heard across the nation.
Right.
I mean, this was on like mainland channels. This was on ESPN and SportsCenter and just
SportsCenter Top 10.
It just it took over Twitter. The Diamond Head Classic.
That was crazy.
That was wild.
Our first
wild.
win just so happened to be the craziest ending ever.
I didn't realize that they hadn't been to the final before. I mean, they were the ones that created the tournament and hosted
I was so
the thing.
surprised. Yeah, I was so surprised.
And it took a buzzer beater to get there.
I
Kyle,
mean,
you were there.
I was there.
What was that? What was that
Yeah,
like?
tell us.
It was. I mean, the thing is, you look at SMU and the size difference was very evident, and just the way that using their length and just being a little bit more physical, they were really controlling that game. Like they kept it close here and there, but SMU led. UH only had the lead twice in the game, and the second time was during that buzzer beater. So the fact that they were able to just claw their way back slowly but surely, and I will say again, like we're talking about sports gods, SMU missed 2 free throws in a row that kept them in it.
Yeah.
And then just the Hail Mary pass by Jovan McClanahan, and it just drops, and the place went electric.
I bet.
I've never seen the courtside seat people run out of their seats, but they rushed them.
They were rushing the floor. I mean,
I can't even imagine. I saw that video. I'm like, oh my god.
Crazy. And that picture of that other SMU player was just stunned.
Yeah, stunned.
Like
he couldn't believe
make it up.
He couldn't believe it. Christmas Day, Christmas miracle. I will say though, I'm a big uniform guy. That was. Oh, I love it when teams do that.
Yeah,
they understand the assignment.
Matchup. They understood the assignment.
Like Hawaii in the all green, SMU in the all red on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
you can't get better than that, right?
Yeah.
That was the best, but the game was actually really
that
good
game
too.
was crazy.
Yeah.
That was sick. All right, we're gonna round it up one last time about what we're looking forward to, right?
Right.
So I'm gonna start off, and I'm gonna go back to UH men's volleyball. Okay, UH men's volleyball was picked last week for they were picked. Sorry about that. They were picked last week. First place preseason Big West.
Right.
For the Coaches Bowl. And also preseason all-conference team is including 3 of those returning players. So Jakob and 2 others. And
Uncle
so
Jake.
if you remember right, Stoneface Killer when we interviewed him.
That's right.
Yeah, that's my nickname for Jakob. So that was kind of like a jumble, but I'm really excited for this. I think that we're going to obviously go again. There's a lot of hype for them. And I'm ready to see Jakob take this team.
Oh my goodness.
Again to the finals, to the championship. And I'm looking forward to traveling with you again, Kyle. I'm saying it right now.
Here we go.
We're traveling again.
The dream team.
The dream team.
Three-peat.
No, it was really exciting to see them obviously go there with you, see them play, see the Hawaii represent in that arena at UCLA. It's so clear how big volleyball is here.
Right.
And I think that we're going to make it again. I'm looking forward to seeing what this team, what Jakob can do.
Oh, yeah.
And take us into 2023.
I think so. It's going to be real fun.
It's going to be fun.
My thing that I'm looking forward to is we didn't really talk about this in the episode, but I'm a big high school football fan, have being part of it at some point in my life. But Kuku, they went back-to-back in the Open. And then we had 2 neighbor island teams win the D1 and the D2. We got Konawaina and Waimea. So I'm excited for the 2023 season. One, to see how Kuku, they lost a couple guys to graduation, if they can go for that three-peat. And then to see just how the D1 and D2 levels kind of shift, because those are the 2 divisions that are really, you couldn't tell. It's kind of a toss-up. So that's the time of year that I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what shapes, what kind of turns out from the teams and who steps up and who kind of maybe falters. So that's something that I'm going to be looking forward to in 2023.
Especially the outer island team.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
I love it.
Right? I
love
love
that.
Kyle.
Yeah.
Okay. Sienna's,
So
close
mine
us
is
off.
also football,
Here
but
we go.
it's UH. I
There
mean,
you
of
go.
course.
Go
it is.
Bows.
Go
Go Bows.
I just think next year it'll give us a little more tell as to what this team can
Right.
be and what
Yep.
this coaching staff can be. It's really hard to judge on this year,
Mm-hmm.
their first season. They all just moved here.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to get to know the team. And
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you just go on Twitter, they're signing dudes left and right.
Right.
And, guys are coming from Alabama to play here, or local boys are staying home to come play for Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a big deal. And so I'm excited to see where this team can go.
Right.
I think, if you look at the overall Mountain West, it's open.
It's always a toss-up
It's
now.
always
Yeah.
a toss-up.
Yep.
And other schools have had good quarterbacks come
Mm-hmm.
and go. And I just think it could be looking up for us. I
know.
really do.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for next season. And I can't wait. I already miss football season.
I know, me too.
I
We're
miss
almost
college
at the
football.
end
Yeah.
of football season.
Yeah.
But hey, that's going to be a good test the beginning of the season. They're in Nashville to play Vanderbilt, try and get some revenge on those boys.
Revenge.
Little
game.
revenge.
I know.
It's going to be up to, this is the real opportunity. We're going to see Timmy, how he can bounce back from this season.
Right.
And it's exciting. I think
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's it,
Yep,
Kyle.
that's
that
gonna do it.
concludes 2022, guys.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you so much.
I know.
Thanks for having me, guys.
It's a fun
Seriously,
ride.
Such
Yep.
a good time.
It's been really fun. Thank you guys again for watching this episode of HNN Overtime. Happy New Year's, Merry late Christmas and all that. If you want to watch or listen to this podcast, you can head to Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you get our HNN podcast. For the video, it's on our YouTube channel. Thanks again. Happy New Year's. Aloha.
See you guys.